Now make a new layer, and I am going to give it a name of doors. And let's select the color that would be visible in black. So I think blue would be visible. Now let's select this layer and make a rectangle. I'm specifying any point as first corner point and the other as 3 inches and 10 inches. So I'm doing this because 3 inches is the standard width of the threshold, and 10 inches is my wall, and from here I'm going to make the rectangle for. So standard door is 1.5 inches thick and 3 feet wide. So let's just make it like this. From the end of this threshold I have specified the point. One point is this and the other I have specified as 1.5 inches and then 3 feet. Now I am going to make an arc. So I am selecting start, center, end. The upper part is the start of my arc, and this is the center, and that is the end. And if you cannot make this in this direction, you're supposed to press Control key. This would rotate the arc in this direction. Now I'm going to just copy this rectangle there for completing the threshold, and just use wisely the ortho mode and the object snap mode. Now the door is ready. You might have noticed that our house is very small, and usually in the small spaces we do not go for these doors that take space for opening and closing. We opt for the pocket doors, and these pocket doors slides into the wall. The only setback is that we need clearing space in the wall. So let's make the pocket door here. So the width of my threshold is 3 feet, so I'm going to give it the width of the pocket door as 2.5 because it is shown as it is a slightly opened. So that's why I'm not giving it 3 feet, but I'm giving 2.5. So let's make a rectangle of these dimensions. And after making a rectangle, I'm going to make a line at the midpoint of this. And why I'm doing this, let me explain. I will explain in a while. So let's make a line in the middle of the threshold. So I have done this by first enabling the object snap and then clicking shift key and the right click after selecting line, and then I have made a line at the midpoint. And I'm going to do the same with this door. So let's make a line at the midpoint. And then what I can do is I can move it by picking the object snap, by picking this point, midpoint, and then I'm going to join this. I could have done this by simply using move command, and with move I could have used shift right click, and then I would have selected the midpoint. But to me it is simpler, so I have made the or drawn the line first. Now this pocket door needs clearance in the wall, so we will have to specify the clearance area as well. So let's make another rectangle, and that that rectangle would be made with dashed lines that would show that this portion would be inside the wall. That is the portion that you cannot, you cannot conduit this, and you cannot have any plumbing pipes as well in that area of the wall. So that's the drawback of pocket doors. And we're going to do this by selecting these lines, and I'm going to select what I have chosen from the options, and let's make a rectangle. I need clearance of 3 feet in the wall and of thickness 3 inches, so let's make a rectangle of 3 feet and 3 inches. Okay, so the dashed lines have got so much space in between. I'm going to change the sign. Let's select some other line that has relatively lesser space between the dashes. This one seems fine. Let's select this one. And now I will have to choose this and change the line. And let's pick the midpoint, and I'm going to do it without making a line this time. So let's pick the midpoint and place it at the midpoint of the threshold, and this dotted area would be inside the wall. That is, this is a clearance area that I cannot use this wall space for any other purpose. That is, no electrical wiring will be going through this area, wall area, or no plumbing line would be there also. So this is our pocket door. Because the outer doors are relatively thicker, so let's make another door. This would have the threshold length and area would be same, obviously. So it was 3 inches and 10 inches, so I am just going to copy this. Door width is also going to be same, but it is going to be 3 inches thick this time. It was 1.5 inches for the interior door. So let's make a door that is thicker. Now I haven't changed the dashed line, so let's change it to continuous line. The outer door has one more thing, that is, it has an extra line at the threshold. So we will have a rectangle of random thickness at the threshold, and this is not going to be very thick, but I'm not specifying the thickness. It's going to be random thickness. So just make it like this, and I haven't selected the continuous sign. Let's select the continuous sign. Now let's explode this rectangle. So after exploding, I have deleted the upper line. Now our doors are ready. We're just going to place the doors in their relative position by just using rotate command and move command and copy command. So the tip is to pick the door using the object snap and just place the door by joining the corners at your contour, and then you can switch off the object snap and just move it using the ortho mode, so it would move within the contour or within your wall, so it would be fixed and you won't have to worry when you would use hatch command for hatching the walls. So let's place the remaining doors in the same manner. So the tip is you need to have a good command over this object snap and ortho mode and where to use them. And you can have your finger hovering over the function keys that switches between the ortho mode and the object snap. And we will have to be very careful while designing our house. With the pocket doors, we cannot have switches around them in their clearance area, or we cannot have anything, any electrical connection or socket, etc., where there is their clearing area. It is interesting to note here that if we replace a swinging door with a pocket door, it recovers at least 10 square feet of floor space around the door. And also, it frees up real estate space on the walls for fixtures and other artwork. But as we have already discussed, that we cannot have any conduiting going inside those walls. So there are pros and cons for the pocket doors. But for such small areas, pocket doors are usually preferred over the swinging doors. As you can see that there was no space for the swinging door here, so we have fixed a pocket door. And also in the washroom that I have places pocket door. They couldn't have afford to have a swinging door there. It would have taken up all the living space. This washroom can have a swinging door, so I am having it here because we need to have switches also, so that's why I'm installing a swinging door here. So keep in mind that the bottom part of this house is the parking area and not the actual house interior, so that's why I have installed a door that is for the outside. And at the top of the house there is another rectangle that is the laundry area, and this laundry area won't have any roof over it, so it is also the outside area. So I'm going to install an outside door for the upper part as well. Now almost all the doors have been installed. Let's copy the last one from here. It has the same angle rotation. We just need to copy this, so let's copy this here and move it towards the right. We are done with the doors. So keep in mind, this is because if we are going to design something, doors play an important role where the appliances and electrical sockets, etc., should be. That is all for today. See you in the next session.